When I started dating again after 20 years of marriage and a divorce, I assumed that I'd be asked about my weekend plans or maybe my favorite wine, not if I was into threesomes and tantric breathing.
Honestly, I thought online dating might be complicated, but I didn't realize it came with acronyms, mood lighting, and a waiver.
This is Jim, and he still thinks polyamorous is a new kind of countertop material.
Well, it is. I think it's aisle 69 at Home Depot. And that's Tev. She thought she was re entering the dating pool, but it turns out it was actually a hot tub full of strangers and no lifeguards. And
And
together
together,
we're
we're
Unretired
unretired AF.
AF.
Hello and welcome to today's episode where we're going to be talking about what the hell happened to first base. It's about the modern dating world and how strange it is if you've been divorced or widowed or just re-entering the dating scene after decades away from it. How weird it is now. So we'll start with how straightforward dating used to be. I
All right.
mean, when I started dating again, I thought we'd be talking about movies, whether or not I had grandchildren, maybe dogs. I was not expecting to be talking about establishing boundaries or open open up the dynamic. What dynamic? I just met you.
Oh, it used to be you meet, you go to dinner, you go to coffee, maybe get a little kiss.
Yeah.
Now you swipe, you match, you unmatch, you get ghosted, you rematch, you come up with some friggin' code word, and maybe get invited to a cuddle party.
A cuddle party.
I have no idea.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna explain a lot of things to you that you might know about or you might not know about. Well, we're gonna start with the acronym apocalypse.
We read some of these because I didn't know what they meant.
Sure. All right. So we're gonna explain to you what ENM means, DTF, LTR, and BDSM. Now, any of you ladies who have read the 50 Shades series, you know what that one is. Anyway, when I saw all these different acronyms out there, now you know Jim and I have been together for around 13 or 14 years, and so it's we're not still dating,
Right.
but we're talking about our experience. Jim was in a long-term marriage,
Right.
23 years. I was too, 19 years. So when we got back in the dating scene, these were all there, and they're still there from what our understanding is.
Right.
Okay. And when I saw all these acronyms, I thought I had joined a dating site for contractors.
I mean, I'll admit, I had to Google half the terms to find out what it was.
Yeah.
And I still wasn't really convinced whether or not I needed a safe word or a resume.
Probably both.
Probably.
Probably both. All right. So we're going to start. I'm going to go first. ENM, meaning ethical non-monogamy. Sounds
Wow.
kind of like bullshit, doesn't it?
It does. Absolutely does.
But it's out there, and maybe it's working for people. It doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. So what that means is, translation of ethical non-monogamy. What that means is, I date and or sleep with other people, multiple other people, and everyone knows and everyone agrees. I find that
Wow.
a hard situation to believe, but you know what? To each their own, right?
Yeah.
We're not judging. We're not judging.
That sounds like alcohol would be involved in that one.
Well, it sounds mature. You know how people want to sound mature when they're
Yeah.
doing crazy shit? It sounds mature until you realize you're going to need your Google Calendar
Right.
and therapy in
Yeah.
order to schedule a dinner date. So,
Yep.
so anyway, I would not be down for the ethical non-monogamy, but that's out there. So if you're looking at a dating profile for somebody and they say ENM, just understand you're not going to be the only one in there.
Yeah.
In their love nest. in their love shack.
DTF. Down to,
Oh, yes.
I'm not here.
What is the translation of that? No, I know what that means.
Oh.
That part. But what is the whole concept?
Well, it means that I'm here, not here for long walks.
No.
Nope. On the beach unless they lead straight into the love shack. The love shack. I personally thought it meant that they were down to fish, and I was looking forward to having a fishing partner. I was very confused and wildly unprepared because she wanted to be the baiter.
Stop it. PG-13.
Yes.
All right, I get the good one. The good one next. LTR, long-term relationship. What that means is they're looking for commitment and not just a casual fling. They're looking for the romance, the violins, the dinner, the wine, of course the wine. They're looking for the husband, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the wife, the significant other. That's what they're looking for. So, yes, the endangered species of online dating profiles. That would be the LTR.
Wow, I get the old BDSM. Bondage, discipline, dominance, submission. You name it, it probably falls under here. Whips, leather, what is that other? Lycra, chains.
I heard that once.
Yeah, you heard that one?
I heard that
Okay.
I don't have personal experience.
Okay, all right. It's an umbrella term for all the spicy stuff involving power play, control, consent, not just whips and leather,
right,
even though there's probably a lot of it in there. Pants.
Probably is. Leather pants.
Leather pants, yeah, although I'm sure they'd make an appearance.
Yeah.
It's to some of us would be the going out on a party boat.
Well, and I mean, I think a lot of people know, at least have heard of BDSM.
Yeah.
Because of the 50 Shades series, that really brought it to the front of a popular culture. So I think a lot of people know what it is in that context of that book, but it can mean a lot of other things.
Yeah.
But I have to say, when I first heard the term, I thought it was a retirement savings plan. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is expectations have changed in the dating world.
Yeah.
I mean, the expectations have changed. Back in the day, something spicy would have been considered like splitting dessert.
Right. Right.
And now it's like, are you into open-minded intimacy?
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell is that? Is that like some yoga move?
I was very open to connection, but what I wasn't into is all this polyamorous relationships. I mean, none of that was for me. No.
Well, and you're not weird for being shocked. I mean, honestly, it can be shocking if you're divorced, widowed, back on the dating market after a long time away from it. Trust me, you're not the weird one. I mean, the dating scene has gone full Burning Man these days.
Yeah, it has. It's crazy. And the best part, you really don't have to go along with any of it.
No.
Just laugh. Stay curious.
Yeah.
Some of it's pretty damn funny.
Yes. And fun.
Fun.
Yes, be open-minded.
And if you're on a dating site, swipe responsibly.
That's true. That is true. Well, the takeaway from today's very interesting episode is that dating after 60 is like being dropped into a foreign country, with bad Wi-Fi.
Right. and a questionable passport.
Right. That you don't know.
But, you know, if you can keep up your sense of humor,
Right.
always have a backup escape plan.
Exactly. I used to call my sister.
Oh, it can still be one heck of a ride.
And you won't ever know if you'll meet anybody. I mean, Jim and I met online,
Yeah.
and if we wouldn't have stepped out there and gave it a try, we
Right.
wouldn't have met. So and we have some funny stories.
We
from
do.
It, so.
Speaking of that, I know everyone's got a story about something that's happened with dating after a divorce or
Yes.
or whatever. Please, please share them in our comments.
Yes, please. We want to hear your funny
We
stories.
want to hear your stories. We'll
Yeah.
share too. And, you know, we will respond to you probably with a lot of LOLs. And,
Right.
and just share something in our comments. If you want to see another topic or whatever, the only way we know is if you tell us.
That's right. That's right. And if you enjoyed today's episode and you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button so that you can see every day, Monday through Friday, new episodes that we drop. And we're not slowing down.
And neither should you. And
And
together, we're Unretired AF.